Hola, muy buenas a todos. Hoy vamos a jugar un jueguito muy cortito que se llama Open Roads, Caminos Abiertos. Es un juego sorpresa que he querido jugar hoy. No lo sabía hasta esta mañana, no sabía que existía. Investigando en el Game Pass, pues lo encontré. Seguiré jugando el Crusader Skins de ahora en adelante, puesto que me lo he adquirido, me lo he apropiado y ya no dependerá tanto de tener el Game Pass o no. Jugaré cuando me apetezca. De momento estoy jugando para aprender y ya cuando vea que hago cosas súper interesantes y lo tenga más estudiado, pues lo emitiré. Así que vamos a comenzar con este jueguito. Creo que es una aventura gráfica. Yo, mamá, abuela Helen. El cumpleaños de la abuela, el 80 cumpleaños.
Ah, Nevada. Home to all manner of folksy cryptids and cool dads.
¿Cómo se murió su abuela?
Better leave these where Mom won't see them. Oh, right. I was supposed to feed you. Poor little guy. Guess I'll have to pack this after my next shift.
Tess?
Yeah?
Come down to the basement. There's something I want to...
The basement? What is it?
Oh, it's nothing really. Remember, this? Gah!
I love it! Where did this masterpiece come from?
Your Aunt August made it. When she was a kid. It's Lady, the dog we had when we were growing up.
And Aunt August isn't a rich and famous artist now?
Well, she is one of those things. Not a famous artist, though.
We've still got a little while before we actually move out, right? Like a week?
Yeah, about.
The estate sale was weird. Having all those people in the house, picking through Grandma's stuff. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, me too.
Are you okay? Mom.
We took care of your grandmother right up to the end, and
And now they're selling the house out from under us. I know.
Wanna just take a minute and look around and see what's left?
Yeah, me neither. That sounds really nice. Aside from this hell pit.
Amazing that no one bought it, right?
Just shocking. Ugh.
Just remember that it needs to be done by...
I know. Ooh, so dapper. Was this Grandpa's? Grandma's advice column was popular, wasn't it?
For a little while, yeah.
I felt really lucky that I got to ask her for advice face.
You remember that?
Yeah, I mean, people in the audience. Sometimes when I'd ask Grandma for advice, she'd start off, I think she saved her special advice for me.
Well, she could have given some advice to her.
Grandpa Leo was
An inspector for the county.
What's that mean?
He inspected things for the county.
Oh, great.
Commercial buildings, mostly, when we were driving around. I remember he was very proud of inspecting. He'd say he was the only thing keeping electrical fires are no joke.
No! Why isn't this in the fridge getting cold? Come on, Mom. Tropically fun and tropically sweet. It's tropical hippos you gotta eat. Oh, how did this end up down here?
Huh.
This is from one of the first digs Dad and I went on.
It was.
I remember being so sure that we would actually find bootleg.
Well, at the very least.
Did Grandma start dressing like this after you moved out of the house?
Mm-hmm. After my father passed, my mother, well,
Turned into a hippie.
a bit of a free spirit, let's say.
Doesn't look like that rubbed off on August much.
I think it might have. To push her in the opposite direction.
What? No one. I'm downright offended. I made this when I was what?
At Frankenmuth.
Yeah, at that pottery demonstration they did. They'd call little kids up from the audience and show them how to do it. I was so excited. I was just.
She kept it up on this display shelf with all her other pieces all those years since you gave it to her. Oh, honey.
It's okay. Grandma held on to it all this. She wouldn't have wanted me to. Oh, good. Some of Grandma's pottery. I loved watching her at the pot. Had she been doing pottery her whole life?
Honestly, I think it's something else she picked
Like
up.
the advice column?
No, she was doing that since I was a kid.
Did Grandma. Was she ever with anyone else?
Whoa, where did this come from?
Well, she just seems so.
Yeah, no,
Is this.
some of the last pottery you're after her fine motor skills.
It's still kind of beautiful. I miss her a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Hola, muy buena, Giorgio. Estoy mirando un jueguito así casual, no sé de qué va, pero bueno, ya vas viendo. Se ha muerto su abuela y estamos mirando entre sus cosas. Conociendo la historia y todo eso. Como es cortito no me importa. ¿Ve? No es puzzle, es como mirar la casa. Realmente
Oh, hey.
se ve el
It's
sonido del
August.
Nokia, ¿eh?
Ugh, exhausted. The state sale was a lot.
Bueno, el trío también.
That's easy for you to say. Yeah, I remember. And the answer is still no. I... Well... The what? Oh, right. Right. Sorry, it hasn't exactly been at the front of my mind.
Ya has tardado bastante en comer, ¿no?
Yeah, it's around here, somewhere. No, it's fine. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Yo comí
Unbelievable.
arrocito cubano a
What
la
did she
cubana.
say?
Nothing helpful.
Is she still not gonna help us with the house?
No. She was just calling to ask me to find some book of hers.
Any idea where it could be?
It must be upstairs somewhere, in your grandma's things. It has a red and black cover, white block lettering.
Okay, let's go. Oh, somebody bought...
And her typewriter. He said he was an advice columnist too, and he left a very nice note.
And a lot of money?
Well, it was just an old desk.
But it had sentimental value.
For us, maybe.
And for him, obviously. Can I see the note?
Sure.
Well, okay. I guess it's alright that he got it.
Vale,
Glad you approve.
nos vemos prontito.
Want to know something? Your grandmother didn't write this. I did.
You did? That's cool.
Well, this
No, but...
was actually really hard. I needed a lot of help from our editor, but I got it done.
I'm sure all her readers appreciated it.
Yeah.
Hey, Ma! Actually, maybe I should just put this back. I am the very model of a modern major general. La 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 da 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 mineral. What's this?
Oh, it's a hook pole thing to pull down the hatch to the attic.
Could August's book be up in the attic?
Could be.
All right.
Okay, come on up!
Damn, it's dusty. Now, where's that book? Oh, Grandpa Leo, he and Dad have that in common.
What do you mean?
Dad loves,
No, he doesn't.
but he's always wearing those bowling shirts.
Honey.
Bowling shirts? Are you kidding? I thought he must have so much bowling pride that he wore those shirts.
No. They're definitely a fashion statement.
This explains so...
Like why you never once saw him actually bowl.
Yes. Whoa. Grandma's wedding dress?
I wore it on my wedding day, too. And you can wear it when you...
I'm not getting married.
You...
Did you know you were going to get married when you were my age?
Sure. Or I always thought I would.
Well, I know too. And I know I'm not. What's the point of getting married? If you're with someone, I mean, if you're in love, putting a label on it is just pointless. Like, who cares?
Generally speaking, the two people getting married care. And their families.
Yeah, but like, one day you're not married, and then you spend all this money on some big ceremony, and then the next day you are married, but you're still the same people.
It just says to the world that you're committed to each other.
Why agree to hang out with the same person forever when you have no way of anticipating what's next?
That's how you feel now, but you might change your mind when the time comes.
You know, also, if you don't get married, you can't get divorced. So, that's a plus.
Are you saying you wish your father and I had never gotten married? You know you wouldn't be here right now if we hadn't.
Oh, don't even get me started on having kids. And anyway, you can have kids without getting married.
So you're not getting married. You're not having kids. You've got your whole life figured out at age 16. You don't want the dress. I get it.
I mean... But it's a nice dress. It meant a lot to Grandma. And to you. Isn't that enough? What's under here?
Here, let me grab that. Yeah. Hold on, it might still be here.
There's something...
Here it is. Maybe if your dad had read this.
Mom! What's in there?
This is just some junk from the old summer house.
Your family had a summer house?
Well, it was more of a cottage, I guess. We spent the summers up there for a long time.
And you've never taken me to visit?
Well, I haven't been there since I was your age. We just stopped going one summer. The summer after my dad died. I think there were just too many memories there.
Oh my god.
What?
Aren't you seeing it?
Seeing what?
Right here! Behind them? That's a freshly covered hole.
Uh-huh.
It's obviously the location of the buried bootlegger gold.
In our backyard, you mean?
Indubitably.
Lady probably buried a bone there.
Dogs don't really do that. Only cartoon dogs do that.
Only cartoon dogs bury bones, but real-life bootleggers bury gold in people's backyards? In 1968?
It was a different time, Mother.
Sure.
Cool van.
I did. The engine died for good while we were... So I just turned it...
You slept in a broken down van?
Well, the summer house was small. When I realized I could have my own space just by sleeping...
Did you, like...
Yeah. Your grandfather pulled the seats out for me and I set up...
Wow, that's actually... Could I do that?
No!
Well, whoever this guy was, it sure seems like he and Grandma had something pretty intense going on. Was Grandma Helen... in some kind of secret relationship?
No! Not the Helen I knew.
Intrigue. Grandma, what were you up to? Grandma's... diary? Should we?
Oh, I don't think we should really...
Oh, Grandma wouldn't have cared. I'm dead. What difference does it make to me? I can hear her saying it now. What is this? So, Grandma and this guy were definitely together before Grandpa died? And they were gonna run away together? You never heard about this?
No, this is...
And what is this key to? Why is it hidden in here?
Something at the summer home, I assume?
Okay, well, now we've gotta go check the old place out. To find out who this mystery man was. Don't you want to know?
I don't know, Tess. We still have so much to do around here.
Come on. It'll be fun. An adventure.
I still need to call Tina at the theater and finish cleaning out the fridge.
Come on. We never get to do stuff together. You spend all your time at the theater, and I spend all my time in school. When was the last time we were able to do something? To talk?
Well...
You do want to know, don't you? I can see it, Mom. I can see it in your face.
Oh, God. You know, a little change of scenery would be nice.
Ha, that's the spirit.
We could spare a weekend before we have to move for a little road trip, right? To tie up some loose ends.
Right.
And some of those little towns along the way are great for antiquing.
Yeah, sure.
All right, it's a deal. Let's hit the road and see what we find. I could really use a break from all this, even if it's just for a weekend. Pack your overnight bag.
Yes!
And bring your homework. I don't need you falling behind at school.
What about August's book?
We can FedEx it to her when we get back.
Okay. A road trip! This is gonna be great.
What are you doing back there? Are you gonna do your homework?
No. Reading in the car makes me carsick.
Then what are you messing with back there?
I don't know.
So stop it. It's not safe.
When did you say the last time you were at this summer house was?
Oh, when I was, I guess, 15. Your age?
I'm 16.
I meant about your age.
So, like, 35 years ago?
And you say you're bad at math.
What was it like?
The summer house? I just always really liked it there. It was an escape.
From what?
Everything, I guess. School, town, same old. Every day just felt like it was hours when we were there.
So why did you stop going?
Oh, yeah, we stopped going as a family when I was your age, and then I went off to college, and then married your father.
Did Dad even know about this place? I can't imagine Dad passing up a free summer home where he could just hang out and do nothing all day.
So you're saying your father is lazy?
No, Dad's a hard worker.
Okay.
He'd work late at the video store all the time. He'd be there with the closing shift.
Watching movies on the store monitors.
You've got to have something on for the customers. Closing is a pain in the butt. And he'd manage the schedules and store finances. He even made the window displays.
Fine, those were pretty cool. No. I mean, I guess there is a real reason I never told your father about the old summer place. Because I knew he would never have put in the work to actually fix it up so we could use it.
It needed a lot of work?
Well, not last I saw it, but being unoccupied for decades out there in the middle of nowhere. It's
Agarra
gotta
el
be falling
volante,
apart.
señora. No está agarrando el volante, está conduciendo.
It could still be in good shape. Maybe somebody's been, you know, keeping it up.
You hope squatters have been living in it?
No, like... You know, like... shoe elves. I mean, it'd be nice if it were magically still in good shape, considering we need a new place to live.
To live in? Tess, I'm sorry, you couldn't live there, and not year-round.
Why not?
Well, it doesn't have central heat, or even really insulation. It's a summer home.
Well, it's better than not having a home at all, isn't it?
Okay, we're not gonna be homeless.
But we're getting kicked out of Grandma Helen's house. We don't have anywhere else to live.
We'll find a place.
What kind of place?
I don't know yet.
We're gonna be living in this car, aren't we?
No!
Just like when you lived in that van.
We can find an apartment.
How are you even going to pay for an apartment?
The theater company,
I thought you said it was underwater.
well, it's not doing great, but...
Mom,
What?
we need money.
Believe me, Tess, I know.
If Dad was still here,
Excuse me?
he could help. Pay for things.
If your father and I were still together, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
Well, have you asked Dad if he could send back some money? To help?
Absolutely not. He doesn't have the money.
But Dad moved out west for work. What? Don't laugh at me.
I'm not. It's just... work. Sure.
It wasn't for work? Then what was it then? I think I deserve to know.
If he hasn't told you his side of the story, I'm not gonna step in and take that responsibility for him, like I always did. Your father left me in a hell of a situation. We made all these decisions together. Do you not understand that? We made decisions that depended on us both, sticking around. I didn't plan for any of this. You idealize your father, you know that? And I just don't really want to talk about it right now.
Fine. Let's never talk about it. Let's never talk about anything important.
Jesús María José. Hey chiqui, pero no había visto tu mensaje. Hola, Nois. La forma en la que tiene que escribir el padre me recuerda a un chico que yo conocí. Escribe igualito. No te fíes de esa gente. Su padre es un poquito de hijo de puta. Es el típico tío que es muy simpático, pero después te deja en la estacada. Te abandona y no te dice nada.
Are you sending text messages to someone?
Yes? Yes, I am.
To who?
It's to whom, Mother? It was Dad.
Just getting his side of the story, huh?
No comment.
It's all right. Having a common enemy can help bring people together.
You're not my enemy. Or Dad's.
Sometimes it feels that way.
Well, it's not supposed to.
Jugando un jueguito breve, cortito.
Mom!
My God.
Are you okay?
I just didn't think it would...
Mom. Well, and it looked...
It's... Well, it's not just like I remember.
Of a dump?
Weathered than the last, but I guess I am too.
Want to start looking around?
Yeah.
Bueno, se dejaron hasta las cucharas.
It's your cool van. And it's locked.
Gotta keep all the cool stuff in.
Please tell me the keys are somewhere.
They might have... I can't remember.
Don't do this to me, Mom.
Oh! August was always trying to steal...
Oh, all right. The cool stuff is... What's in here?
That's just August's old room.
It's out there. That buried bootlegger gold.
Uh-huh.
Do you think he found the gold already?
What makes you so sure Bigfoot's...
Oh, I love it.
It's 2003, Tess. Anyone can be...
Is this a trailer home?
It's a mobile home.
What did I just say?
They're not the same thing. A trailer home hooks up to the back of a truck and can be towed around. You can take it from place to place. A mobile home arrives on a trailer, like towed by a big truck.
Go on.
A mobile home doesn't have wheels.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
Well, I will admit, it took me...
Ooh, a little tiny key. What do you think it's for?
Probably unlocked.
Ugh.
Maybe a desk.
Well, would you look a postcard from
What was he run?
his conscience?
I don't
You
know.
can... I'm trying to think of a... It's not working.
That's okay. I'll give...
Bested. Nightshade?
It was because he could only come out at night. Or stay in the shade, as I remember it.
Okay, well that's spooky as hell.
August was just a kid. She needed someone to talk to.
Did it have to be a freaky? What about you?
Well, I was a teenager. I don't think I would.
If I had a little sister and...
It's different.
Are you trying to say you...
I helped. I did. I could have used more help too. So August made a new friend for herself.
Aha! They were really gonna run away together, huh?
He thought so anyway. Whoever he was.
Why do you think Grandma decided not to run off with him?
Well, maybe she just came to her senses. She could have gotten swept up in all the emotion when the time came.
Maybe. Maybe he thought better of it. Like, maybe he met somebody else. Somebody without, like...
Could be.
Oh, look at this big pink guy.
Kurt won that from me. At the fair.
Kurt?
Well,
You had a summer fling?
well,
Was he cute?
I thought he was very handsome.
Oh my god.
Well, honestly.
Cool. Oh,
No. Well, a little.
ah, no. So,
I don't remember.
wow.
Hey, maybe we should keep looking around for...
Sheesh, what happened here?
Looks like the wall gave way. Water damage, I guess.
What is this thing?
It's the water heater.
Oh, that's why you said water damage. I get it, I'm following along. Well, it's not going anywhere now. Can we climb over it?
No! God, look at all that rusty metal.
I'm up on my tetanus shots, aren't I?
We're not risking it.
Well, what's that thingy back there?
It's a maintenance hatch for getting down into the crawl space under the house.
Is there any other way into the crawl space?
I think there's a way to get in from around the back. Why are you acting so excited?
Well, if we could get into the crawl space, we could climb back up out of that hatch and get over to that side of the mobile home to find more stuff.
I'm not sure why you're using...
And also, I really want to see if there's... like a skeleton.
Listen, you can give it a peek if you want.
Hey, nope. So this is how we get into the crawl space?
You keep saying we
So this is how intrepid people...
among other personalities.
Fine then. You're probably too frail to get in here.
Wow. Okay, into the filthy crawl space you go.
See you on the other side. Oh, cool.
Creo que eso es un perro, pero...
Ooh, this is good. Mom's gotta see this. Mom, I found a way in. Hang on, I'll open the back door. Hey, Mom? I found something. Look, look!
Another letter.
He wanted to live with Grandma on a boat? Maybe we can figure out where the boat was by looking at the photo.
It looks like, well, it looks like a boat.
A houseboat.
Can't see much of the surrounding area.
It's near... trees? Maybe we can look for some of those.
A place in Canada with trees. That narrows it down.
What's this about?
Oh. You know, we were a summer thing, but we were I guess I was feeling pretty lost. He became my plan for...
And...
Yeah, like these things.
So how'd you end...
Sorry?
Well, you didn't end up with Kurt. How'd you end up with Dan?
Oh. It was a lot of years later that I met you. It was actually when I was in one of your dad was in the audience. He hung around outside the stage. He said he was so distracted by my beauty.
Aw, that's so romantic. It's like something out of...
I found it endearing. It was very persistent.
Was Dad?
No. He told me later that he'd actually been at the play on a date with someone else. He told her he needed to head home, then hung around.
Wow. Did you find that in...
I guess at the time I found it I should have realized it was a red flag.
Wait, are you saying Dad cheated on you?
Oh, God, no. No. Just, you know, it's a sleazy move.
So, not...
Oh, I don't know.
Do you remember...
I guess when I was around your age, they didn't seem...
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh. I remember when I started wondering that about you. You're both so... Did you used to...
When you're together at first, but when you get used to each other. But sometimes, you know...
Too late. Because you have a kid?
Well, that can be one factor.
So you think you and Dad would have split up a lot sooner if I wasn't around? Well, I'm sorry I held everything up, okay? Maybe you would have been happier if...
Honey, it's not as simple as that. And it's not... We'll talk about it.
When's...
Not today.
Then when?
Not... Go mechanics! Oh, man. I forgot that August had this.
But August didn't even go to Fort St...
She almost did. We were both so excited to. Don't you remember Grandma talking about how...
I remember her talking about how sexist it was.
Yeah, well, everything was sexist back then.
I don't even know if I want to go to college.
What do you mean you don't know if you want to go to college? Of course you're going.
I can make my own choices.
What kind of choice is that? To be broke?
I'm not gonna be broke. I've been working really hard, and August didn't go to college.
August was lucky. She's talented, but she's also lucky.
When I'm 18...
Look, I don't want to talk about this.
Fine. How fun! Wait, did they not get to use these? Oh my god, Aunt August. I have so many questions. I don't know if This doesn't sound very...
Millie was just a character.
I know, but how could you tell a little kid that getting
I
picked...
don't know if that's what she meant.
It's right here. She's like, if people are mean to you, you should change. She never told me that kind of thing when girls were being mean to me.
I guess, well, maybe if Mother could have gone back and given August the advice she gave you instead, she wouldn't.
I hope so. I'd recognize
This piece was clear.
a cartograph. Do you think there'd be anything there to... It'd be like a time...
Maybe she was gonna come back.
I don't know. Poor kid. Did she get made fun of?
I think she got picked up, but she toughened up.
What changed?
I don't know.
Aha! No video games back then, I guess. Poor, deprived kids. What's in here?
That was my mom and dad's room.
Well,
I think I could get this.
awesome.
Oh.
Nice. Now, what is this?
During the summers when we'd come here.
On roller skates?
Yeah, I guess.
You're cute.
Oh.
Oh, please, Mom, stop. According to the boys at school, you are my...
What?
Oh, yeah. No, it's great. It's great. Regardless, this photo of you is...
Sure.
Precious stone? This was to you?
Subtle. My mother was against me, to be fair. I would go off to who knows. Now I understand how worried she...
Do you ever thank your lucky...
I don't know. You and Francine can...
Playing The Sims and eating pizza?
Yeah.
You ready to unearth this mystery?
You are really getting crawling through old...
It's for the sake of the...
Don't let me stop. So this is where August buried her feelings.
Mom! Come on, it's sad. What?
I don't know. Maybe we should keep it. Maybe August would want it.
I think so too.
We can just put it in the car.
Welcome back, Night. Oh, it's everything I'd imagined. It's got an ugly lamp, an acoustic guitar.
I mean, what do you expect? It's been That's why I'm not.
Okay, I'll just look around.
You're just looking for...
Right.
Don't get too...
All right. Look at all. Wow. Mom was even into theater back then. Huh. Wow. Brutal, Lori. Brutal. But kind of fair. Holy shit.
How is the stuff? Cool as you'd hoped?
Well, I found, this. You guys didn't just drift apart at the end of the summer, did you?
No. I came to work at the diner one night, and they said someone had left a note for me. And it was this stupid thing.
That sucks, Mom.
I just felt like such an idiot. I'd put all my energy into planning, and then I don't know if I've ever cried as much.
He seems like maybe he just wanted something different than you.
Well, instead he just played along until one day it was just goodbye. There was a lesson I should have learned. You can't rely on other...
What?
If you put your trust in other people, one day they will...
So what? You shouldn't have friends or relationships?
Well, no, I just mean... You can care about other people, but you have to be ready for them to go away. And be okay on your own when they do.
Are you... You're making it sound like... Are you saying Dad left you? I thought you said you both agreed to get divorced.
Well, either way, he's not here, is he?
Mom, what happened? With you and Dad splitting up? He always makes it sound like you wanted him to leave, but...
He does?
I mean,
If he's telling you I wanted this, See? This is why you need to be okay on your own. If you're fine on your own, when they leave, you don't have to feel this way. Remember that.
well... I've got the screwdriver.
Good. That's good.
Ah, door?
Hey, good work.
Thanks, Mom. Would you have loved living on a boat?
I wonder what age he thought I was. Wait. I hadn't even thought. I mean, of course she wasn't just gonna leave us.
Sounds like Grandma had some...
Well, look, he said she started having cold feet.
You think she realized that maybe her kids... Can I start calling him Canada?
You can call him whatever. This is so...
Love makes you do crazy.
Love or...
Both?
Ah, my mom loved this desk. I remember when she brought it home from the flea market.
Jeez, how many desks did Grandma have?
I mean, she was a writer.
Well, this gives me an... The little key? From Grandma's diary?
Right.
What's that?
What? I'm sorry. What?
What does he mean? When he says those are his kids?
I...
Was Grandpa Leo not your real dad? Could that have been why he was trying to run away with you in August and Grandma Helen?
I can't even imagine.
Look, Mom. Look. This one. This note. It has a return address. Pierre Lautrec. Box 9, Hop to Lake, Carndale, Ontario. Do you want to go check it out?
What? No.
No, but...
Tess, we have the rest of the house to pack up and I still...
Mom. This is your father we're talking about here. It's about who you really are. It's about who I really am. Was my grandfather really my grandfather? Who was this guy? Who are we? These are big questions, Mom, and you're just gonna turn around and drive home?
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not doing this because of your sterling rhetorical skills. You didn't win this one. I just happen to agree with you. I do want to know who my mother might have been mixed up with, and why she never told me about it. And who my real father is. And if we go check out this address, we might find nothing. But we might find something. So if one more day of...
Then why not, right?
Right.
Glad I could convince you.
No, you just happen to be right.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. Let's find somewhere to stay.
Hotel night. We're getting rooms. Thank you, Mom. Best.
But we didn't find that hidden fortune you were so excited.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get it.
Qué fuerte. Padre secreto.
Freaky. Yet appealing. Oh, Grandma. All right.
This is not the kind of place that has a room service.
What?
Hotels do room service. This is...
Just like the summer place was.
Right. But there's a restaurant and lounge. I'm gonna head down there and get us dinner. I'll be back with something to eat.
Well,
What do you want to eat?
oh.
Burger. Do your homework.
Oh, how lovely. Dirt-flavored water. No thanks. Ooh, a visitor's guide. Oh. Hmm. Notify the blah blah blah. Be aware. Da, da, da. Be sure. Da, da. Got it.
Hey, it's
Fine. How's...
overpriced, but I guess
Thanks.
enjoy.
Tell her I said hi.
August, guess where I am? At a motel in Powhatan. Tess and I took a little road trip. She says hi. We paid a visit to the old summer house. You remember the summer house? Mobile home. Yes, it's still there. Anyway, we came away with some questions about Mom and Dad. Yeah, she wants to talk to you. I'm going out for a smoke. Back in a few.
Hello, Teresa.
Hi, Aunt August.
This is all... It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's one word for it.
How do you feel about it?
I think it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bigger deal for you and Mom. I just think... I don't know, it's just kind of... It's like seeing a whole new side of Grandma, now that she's gone.
Yeah. I was still pretty young when our dad died, so I think it's a lot harder on your mom than on me. I never really knew him.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've spent enough on therapy to almost be over it. Did you guys find anything out there? I haven't been since we were kids.
We found your old friend, Nightshade.
Oh, Nightshade. I'd forgotten about him.
Kind of a spooky name.
Yeah. I was a spooky kid.
That must have been hard.
Yeah. What about the house?
It was pretty beat up.
Yeah.
I guess part of me hoped we could just...
Move out there?
What?
With me, in the townhouse. Didn't?
No?
Of course. But
What do you mean?
she...
Why didn't...
Oh, hold on.
Love you too, Aunt August.
And Jocelyn is looking at him, and it's so obvious that she forgot her line, and of course she...
Uh-huh.
And Todd needs her to say it, otherwise the whole scene makes no sense and it's dead quiet. It's opening night. And so then she just says, "Who are you? The Pirate of Penzance?" Tess,
What?
are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm listening.
If you want to just drive quietly for a while, that's fine. I can do that.
Wait, where's my cell phone? Did I leave it in my backpack? Oh no.
What?
My cell phone. I left my cell phone. Yes, I looked everywhere. It's not in the glove. We have to go back and get it.
Tess, we have been driving for over an hour.
You don't understand. Francine is going to... We text or call or see each other.
Didn't you text her before we left?
Yeah, but...
And your cell phone wouldn't work in Canada anyway.
Mom, we have to turn around.
Yes, we have. We left 1 hour.
Well, we can drive faster on...
I am not breaking the speed limit.
You know, And now you...
Hold on. I was lying to you? When was I?
You didn't tell me we could stay with August. Why would you just...
I didn't. She doesn't want to help. Helping would be buying the house, and when I...
But she offered to let us...
And I said no. There's a million reasons why.
At least we'd be sleeping in a bed and not a car.
We aren't gonna sleep in...
Aren't you concerned?
I have a plan. Money might be...
Why don't you like August?
Excuse me?
You always act like she's a pain when she...
First of all, I am not jealous of her. I had to do all the work for...
You're making her sound so...
You've never lived with her, Tess. It's not... August thinks she knows what's best for everyone. I can't...
Wow. Do you think you're the only person with problems and the rest of us? You're exhausted.
Don't bring your dad into...
Why not? Why can't the divorce...
I don't want to have this...
Fine. You don't want to have...
What?
When I see Dad when I go...
You're not going to Nevada next...
Yes, I am.
What do you mean?
From my business, I'm going...
From your business.
If you just told me what was happening, I wouldn't have to...
The truth? Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? Fine. Here's the truth. The divorce wasn't mutual. I divorced him.
You...
Your father announced he was going to Reno to become a full-time gambler and expected me to say, "Oh, sure, honey, feel free to abandon me and my daughter and dying mother to..." What? What? So then I have to be the bad guy, just like always. He gets to run away and be the fun so I divorced him. I'm sure he's just as proud of his new job as I am, and that's why... So sure, go to Nevada. It's a dead end.
It's not a dead end. We just have to get out and walk.
Where, Tess?
I don't know. I think it's through here. Thanks for the...
Look,
Agreed. How are we supposed to...
maybe there's something around. This is so stupid.
But...
What if you fall off and break your neck?
But we're already...
Mobile.
The mobile home.
Okay, fine.
No.
Don't tell me what I can't. All right.
No, I should go.
No way. What?
I could say the same to you. I should go first. I'm not gonna let my poor...
Let's flip call it. Heads or...
Heads. I won!
Just... and stay...
A letter from Grandma.
Can you imagine if my...
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even...
Whoa.
Well, who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then.
Wow. So, this is like looking into an... I'd like to live in another
Like what?
one where we were really rich, and you could fix up the Andromeda and make...
Tess,
And we could keep Grandma's house.
there's no way to that.
Wow.
Yeah.
You look a lot...
Really?
Maybe you...
What? Oh.
You have her smile. Wow. Cool.
Tess!
Why not? It's just as grind. Plus, I want to find out what the wind... It's literally been right...
I mean before, like... And I think it was fringed jacket
The winter campus...
and patterned tights.
Cool. Nobody to spy on, though. $3,000 for a houseboat?
Are you saying that's a lot?
These are like 1968 dollars. $100,000.
Well, that would be a lot to pay for.
So how much?
I don't know.
Well, that was my second. So, what else could you have bought?
Probably.
Yeah, so this crappy boat,
But you can live on a...
you could live in a sports car if you don't.
Yeah. Much higher...
Boy, really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we? Did the boat ever even leave this dock? It's locked. Can I just kick it?
I'd say you're free to try.
How sturdy can... Damn.
We've definitely found our...
This must have been from when he drove up. Imagine spending $6...
Or $7 for...
Did people just... Is that dried blood? Ew, 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 ew. Why on earth did I just touch that?
Estoy un poquito atascadita. Tengo que encontrar una llave.
Quite the party boat,
No
I kind of...
Ugh, what?
Well, they're all in the bucket except these two. They've been separated from their friends for so many years. Now they will be reunited at last. Dodge this. The burglary ring! Mom! Grandma's boyfriend. Why else would he... For what?
To keep him abreast.
Oh, come on, Mom.
Well, okay, they didn't rob any banks. It was the jewelry.
Department store robber doesn't...
And it wasn't robbery.
What's the difference?
A robbery is when you take something from someone under duress.
You think?
Listen, it's been a while.
And why are they so sure?
What?
It says, the men broke into the store.
You're thinking lady.
Like Catwoman. Do you think?
Are you seriously asking if I...
Why not?
She had 2 kids. I just don't see.
Seems like there was a lot about Grandma you weren't seeing.
Excuse me.
Am I wrong? Boy, he really...
I can't imagine just spending 4...
Well, some of it was...
Yeah.
Can you imagine Grandma?
Can you imagine August?
Maybe then she would have been a famous painter, because she would have, like...
For sure.
And you and Grandma would have had...
This is a very tempting...
I'm imagining something like...
Little houseboat.
Rolls off the tongue. Aha!
Wow.
$45.
A lot for back then, I mean. Plus, judging from the state of this place,
Jeez.
I don't think he was handling my mother's...
With this amount of booze, it...
Listen, let's just get back to it. It's cold.
So I guess that's it. Grandma had enough time on her own.
Can you blame her?
No, not at all. It was her chance to have her own independence.
People have done...
Yeah, but Grandma had a pretty... Maybe she just needed a little time to herself to... This could come in handy.
Looks like a mailbox.
Didn't we... Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people...
If this guy was your real father, you're his next of kin, so it's fine.
Is that how that works?
I don't know, probably. Makes sense to me.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
So Pierre was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
I'm... So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died. When we thought he'd had a heart attack. He was just... here. On this dock. We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
It kind of did happen though, didn't it? As far as you knew, it did. You lived with that your whole life, so to you, it did.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time he was here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive. I just...
Wish you could have been there for her?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us, her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going?
No, I think we've...
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mom.
He pretended to die.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet.
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean, listen,
Yeah,
thanks for doing this.
of course.
And for pushing me.
Just doing my job.
I know I haven't been the best mom lately.
Oh, Mom. Stop. I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey.
Hey, Mom. I was thinking about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Good question.
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people... I don't know why you could... Well, if you didn't want people to find... Well, okay. Maybe...
So you asked about what happened.
Uh-huh.
Well, your dad, you know, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales.
Is that what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all...
That's kind of cool.
It's certainly,
Yeah, I mean, I guess he might not make it, but...
I mean, I guess I never really...
I mean, I wish he could have been here, but I get it.
Right.
It's like Matt Damon in Rounders.
It's not really like Rounders. I mean, he wins a lot in Rounders.
He must really like poker.
He likes it. But I wouldn't say that's... The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and then your grandmother started really declining. I think when I decided we needed, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law, he wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work.
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. Do you blame me for any...
No, I get it. You needed his support and kind of forced your hand.
Yeah.
That sucks, Mom, but I do miss him. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that he was living some great life out there.
No, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed that I would have married such a ding-dong, professional gambler. I didn't want to have to say it out loud, but I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets and I don't...
I think you should go.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good. We may not always get along, but he's not a bad... You should spend some time with him.
Are you sure?
Yeah. But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh, God, no. And Miss Aug, I'm proud of you, Mom. What do you mean for what? How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter or run their own business?
Oh, thanks, honey. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty
Yeah, it's exciting.
Well, I've seen what you can do. I'm serious. When I saw your web...
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over.
Come on. Well, I guess I always imagined, God knows I didn't do
Like seeing Kurt?
Yeah. But yeah, it's hard to let go.
Mom.
You were so cute back then.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head.
Bowling ball head. The bowl.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side?
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the whole...
Moving in with her?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's...
Would you want to move in with her?
I'm not sure. What about the Andromeda? It means starting over.
Yeah. We've been through a lot of big changes this year. And whatever we decide,
Yeah.
we should call August and tell her.
Oh, hey, August. Guess what?
You can sleep easy.
Whatever we end up doing.
Yeah.
Y así termina el juego en 2 horitas. Misterio de sus abuelos. Y ahí ya acaba. Eso es todo. Vamos a hacer raid porque no quiero mezclar juegos y volvemos. Con otro jueguito a lo mejor. Vamos a hacerle raid a alguien que está haciendo un 24 horas. No lo apoyo mucho, pero hey, ¿por qué no? A ver qué está jugando. Ah, mira, vamos a hacérselo a este que hace tiempo que no se lo hacemos. Nos vemos, chiquillos. Muchas gracias. Espero que les haya interesado el juego un poquito. Hasta luego.